Has it been virtual meetings for you daily? Have those slowed down? How is that whole process of getting to know people, trying to get to know you throughout this entire quarantine?
Yeah, they've definitely slowed down. I would say the first couple of weeks, early April, late March, were definitely a lot of Zoom, FaceTime calls and things like that. But the past couple of days, they've been pretty quiet. And I didn't have them up on my TV like Mr. Jones did, but I had them just on my laptop.
How many times has Miami called you?
Only a couple of times.
How have those conversations gone? Not just with Miami, but with every team in general. What do they want to know about you? I saw you, I think, Combine, you were on with Florio. And I think one of his questions, or Sim's question, was the thought that you're from Oregon and you've never lived outside of Oregon is a question for people. Is that something people... Oh, great hair flip there. Great hair flip right there. I want to let you know. Head and shoulders, that thing looked delicious. But what have the questions been for you? Have they just been trying to get to know you as a person, trying to figure out? Have you talked to anybody other than coaches and GMs? Have they brought any psychologists or anything? What have the conversations been like?
Yeah, shoot, that's a really packed question, so I'll do my best to unravel that.
Nailed it. Quarterback.
There's a lot of psychologists that you talk to. I think 3 or 4 teams that I've talked to, and a lot of them it's about people think I'm pretty introverted, pretty quiet, things like that. And I've kind of had to answer that, and I don't think I'm very quiet at all. And if you ask a lot of the guys in the locker room, they'd tell you differently. And I talk too much sometimes, but it's a lot of just that, and GMs, coaches, and things like that. So. It really hasn't been too bad. It's been a fun experience and something I've really enjoyed.
Was there any like, I don't want to say stupid questions, because if you say it and the person that asked you the stupid question is like, well, we're not drafting him because he said our question was stupid. Was there any questions from those psychologists from teams that you were like blindsided by? For instance, when I hired people here, I asked them what kitchen appliance they would be if they were a kitchen appliance. A lot of people said fork and knife. That is not an appliance. I immediately jot them off the books. I'm looking for a microwave more so than anything. Did you get any questions that were kind of interesting that you thought, like, I did not expect to get asked that?
Yeah, I was asked which coach I'd rather punch in the face: head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback coach. And that was really out of the blue.
Who'd you say?
I said the quarterback coach.
And why was that?
I had kind of a relationship with him, so I knew he'd understand. And
was that a team representative? Was that a GM, or was that like one of those psychologists?
It came from the head coach, and so I was sitting there with all 3 of them, and they kind of pointed to each other, said, "Which one would you rather punch in the face?" And I kind of looked around, and I said, "I have to give you an answer." He said, "You have to give me an answer," and just pointed right at the quarterback coach.
Punch him right in his suckle if I had to. Just who did you do your most interviews with? You can give.
There were a few teams. I would say probably the Chargers, the Dolphins are probably the 2 most teams that I interviewed with.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm putting together a mock draft right now. You just made me sound a lot smarter. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin. Thank you, man. Good luck, dude. You're going to do great. Enjoy the hell out of this.